All right. Tale of 48 hours, right? Like, come out on Sunday and just played really high-level baseball really all weekend. And tonight was about as polar opposite of that as we could get. It kind of started in the top of the first, and they were just dribbling balls in the infield, and we couldn't make routine plays, and kind of gift wrapped at 2 runs to start the game. Now, we answered really well there in the second, or in the bottom of the first with the 2 homers, but man, we just could not figure out their bullpen. And I think I'll have to go back and watch the video. It felt like we swung at a lot of balls tonight. We'd get to good counts and swing at a ball, or get to good counts and get beat by a heater and fastball counts. Just stuff that we didn't do this weekend. But that's what I told him. I said, man, that's college baseball. You're going to get the best version of every team that comes in here, particularly the other in-state teams. And some of their guys in the bullpen, like, you look at the report on them, they don't command the strike zone very well, but they commanded it better tonight. And we just did not do a good enough job, really. I thought Austin Morris was awesome. I thought Amo was kind of the highlight of the night. I thought he was outstanding. But I thought we get for 3 of those 5 runs, 2 in the first and another on a rogue slider. We have nobody on and 2 outs, and it turns into a 2 spot there in the 5th. So just it had nothing to do. Last Tuesday, I was really frustrated with our effort. I was frustrated with the focus. I felt like we were checked out. The dugout was really checked out. That wasn't the case tonight. The dugout was good. They were hooked in. They were trying to pull something out of the guys. We just, for whatever reason, we did not show up offensively, and we were not good enough in the batter's box tonight. I think we had, outside of the home run in the first, we had 1 leadoff guy on, and that was a dribbler that, truth be told, they probably shouldn't make the play on. So when you do that, you get beat, and I think that's when you strip it down and take emotion out of it. When you gift wrap 3 runs to the opponent and you don't control the strike zone and you don't have a good plan offensively, or you don't run off a good plan offensively, that's a recipe to get beat at home.
Yeah, Coach, this UAB team is a team that you guys struggled with back in February as well. Y'all ended up winning that one. How does kind of these struggle midweek games kind of help show the team kind of what they need to improve on for some big series kind of like this weekend?
Yeah, I challenged before. I think average teams come out and do what we did tonight, and I would like to think we're better than average, but nights like tonight are tumbling, and it shows you, like, they don't care that we just beat Arkansas. Like, they don't care that A&M's rolling to town. Like, you have to show up every day and be good. I don't think it was a lack of effort. We just weren't good, and I think that's the reality of it. So, I think you're going to get everybody's best effort, especially those in-state schools, whether it be Samford or UAB, Troy. Man, you're gonna get their best effort, and guys that don't maybe command the strike zone are going to command the strike zone better. Guys do that, but Klatt came in, and I don't know how many innings he went against us. He went 3 on 1 hit, and that dude threw probably 90% fastballs. We saw Hagen Smith this weekend throwing 98 from the left side. We couldn't figure him out, and he was 91, 92. Now, he had some funk to him, and he cut some and sunk some. But I thought we just left the zone on him way too much. So, yeah, just a really frustrating day at the plate for us. But if we just, even as ugly as it was, if we played defense, even in the first inning, and don't have that rogue wild pitch, we're sitting 2-2 in the 9th, and you've got a chance there. But all in all, just not good enough tonight.
Coach, what's the adjustment? There's a very short layoff, obviously, with the game on Thursday instead of Friday. What are the guys going to do in order to get ready for that on kind of shorter rest?
Yeah, you didn't. I just think it's how you prepare too. And their mindset going against Hagen Smith was super locked in. Their mindset against Mesa Molina was super locked in. Their mindset against Brady Taggart was super hooked in and focused. And I think the challenge is sometimes, like, you start to think you're pretty good. You start thinking, I don't know if that was the case tonight. Like, sometimes you're just not good, and that's why baseball's hard. Like, I get in and hit with our guys sometimes to remind myself that hitting a baseball is hard. Just like pitchers aren't trying to throw balls, hitters are not trying to swing at balls. But the reality is, for whatever reason, we either weren't seeing it tonight, we were not maybe as prepared coming in tonight. I don't know what it might have been, but we'll go back and watch a video and have a good day of practice tomorrow. These kids responded every time, man. Like, these guys, I sent them the thing this morning. I said good times, that poem, right? And I'm gonna mess it up today, but like the tough times make strong men make good times make weak men, right? Like, and that's the challenge of success. That's the challenge of being good, is that you get to a point that it's, you know, the second in this game you start to think like we're pretty good or we got it. Like it's humbling. And I'll be honest, I think A&M's probably better than Arkansas coming in this week. And I think it's better offense. I don't think the arms are as good, but still elite arms. Maybe not as much depth, but again, still very, very good. You got Braden Montgomery, Jace Lavalette, and a superstar freshman coming in with some veteran players behind them. So, you know, it's going to be the same thing. We'll go out and have a good day of practice tomorrow. The boys had a great day of practice last Wednesday after a tough game against South Al. But nights like tonight are the ones that kind of just leave a sour taste in your mouth. And that's not taking anything away from UAB. Casey had those guys ready, and they played better than we did tonight. And they deserve to win tonight. Just leaves a sour taste in your mouth leaving it.
Coach, Gage Miller went down after getting hit by a pitch late in the game. I know he chose to stay in. How did those last couple innings go for him, and do you think maybe that hit could maybe impact his availability for this weekend?
I hope not. I mean, you know, when he was down on the ground, I'll be honest, I was a little nervous about it. Just caught him just kind of in the high ankle, just right below the kind of the leg guard that he wears. But, you know, when I first got to him, he wasn't moving his foot very good. It was pretty stiff. But as he got up and started moving around, he looked fine. So I'm sure we'll get it looked at. I think it's probably going to be pretty sore tomorrow. So I'm sure it's not going to feel awesome this weekend. But, you know, as long as nothing crazy is going on there, he should be good to go.
Coach, what was the energy level tonight after the guys were really keyed up for the series last weekend? They probably will be this weekend. You said that the dugout was into it. What was the energy level as a whole?
Yeah, you know, we were sitting in the locker room after BP, and that's what I asked. I said, grade out BP. Thought it was like a B plus. Wasn't bad. I didn't think we were like lackadaisical. I didn't think it was anything like that. It was fine. You know, it was fine. I thought the focus was great. I mean, again, you know, in the first you have that we just don't get over on a ground ball to first. Then you have a routine ball short that's a chopper with a good runner at first. We got to know we're going across, but we were communicating 2-2-2, which is why Braun kind of took his eyes and then tried to rush a throw and throw it high. Then you have another one that's a routine ground ball to second that originally is called out but gets overturned. And so you're sitting base loaded, nobody out, and those are three of the most routine ground balls. Like Cade should have thrown 6 pitches that inning, and the inning was over, you know. But instead, we're sitting there base loaded, nobody out, and so I don't think the focus clearly wasn't good enough at the beginning of the game. I don't think it was a energy lackadaisical thing. Our focus just clearly wasn't good enough on the defensive end to start it. Now we answered quick, which was great. You know, we responded quick. But as soon as they went to the bullpen, they just stymied us all day. And they ran out of stuff. I mean, we're not talking – those guys aren't throwing the ball 83 miles an hour. I mean, it's 90-93, 90-94. You're bringing a low slot righty. It's – sprays the ball most of the year and comes in and is pounding the strike zone with a good slider, and that's what you're going to get, and like I said, against those teams. But I thought their energy level was fine. Our execution was just poor.
Anything else? All right.
Thanks, guys. Roll Tide.
Thanks, Coach.